What's up, YouTube? We back with another one, man. As y'all see, as y'all should know, as yesterday, man, the Bears have finally traded Justin Fields, man. I ain't gonna lie, my first reaction to it, cause I was at a AAU basketball. I was at a practice, helping out with coaching and stuff. So I didn't look at my phone for like 2-3 hours. Boom, I get in the car, get on Twitter, boom, see Justin Fields got traded to the Steelers, and crazy enough, I was just on Twitter talking about that he going to the Steelers. Cause man, I'm just happy it's over with now, bro. Like, man, Bears Twitter, if you in Chicago, bro, bro, if you a Bears fan, Bears Twitter been crazy the last few months. Like, I'm just glad all that over with, man. Like, the fan base been divided. You got Justin Fields coach, people calling other people Caleb Williams coach. Like, it was just too much, man. It was too much going on, man. And a lot of people that just don't have football intelligence. Real talk. That's what I'm glad it's over with. If you thought Justin Fields was staying this whole time, you're insane. I'm just saying. Because I said this. Y'all can go back. Y'all can fact check this, bro. Y'all can go back to when we were still in season. I think the Week 18 reaction I did when we played the Packers, I said Caleb Williams era is coming. And I told y'all this because y'all got to think about it. Y'all kept thinking about it from an emotional fan perspective because y'all want Justin Fields so bad because y'all like him when he really ain't produced as a quarterback. I'm an Ohio State fan. I fuck with Justin. He going to a better situation. I'm happy for him, bro. He going to Mike Tomlin, who ain't had a losing season in 17 years. He going to have, he got some weapons there. He going to sit for a year behind Russell Wilson, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, learn. Fields going to be all right. He going to be straight. We going to be straight, too. We got Caleb Williams coming. I think he going to be a solid NFL quarterback. I think he going to be what he supposed to be, in my opinion. And he's set up for incredible success. But this is the point about it, bro. Y'all was looking at it from keep Justin or get Caleb. I wasn't looking at it from a I like Justin or I like Caleb perspective. I'm looking at it from Ryan Poles GM perspective. His job on the line. If he stick with Justin, Justin has to have a great year and they have to win. Has to have a great year and they have to win. And he has 1 year to prove it if he sticks with Justin. Cause then you gotta pay him that $25 million on his 5th year option. Then you gotta give him another contract. You gotta extend him. Okay, so that's one route. If it don't work out, Justin not as good. If he don't come through, if he not good, or he not good enough, Poles fired. Probably won't ever be a GM again in his life. Other situation, draft Caleb Williams, generational prospect. Well, supposed to be a generational prospect, whatever. But he, you got a 4 to 5 year window as the GM now, cause you gonna go out as Caleb Williams go out. If Caleb Williams turns into a bust or whatever, then you gone in the next couple of years. But you extended your career a couple of years betting on Caleb Williams. Now Caleb Williams turned into a star, this generational prospect he supposed to be. Paul's gonna be our GM for the next 20 years. As long as Caleb Williams there, like real talk. I'm telling y'all. That's a business decision as a GM. It wasn't, and then you can't pass up. That would be 3 quarterbacks we done passed up on. 4 actually. Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Caleb Williams, and Jaden Daniels as well. I think Jaden Daniels could be in that number 1 pick discussion. That's 4 quarterbacks we would have passed up on in 2 years, bro. Like, come on now. Let's see what they talking about in this video.
It's breaking news out of the NFL. The Chicago Bears are trading quarterback Justin Fields to the Steelers. This, according to senior NFL insider Jonathan Jones. In return, the Bears reportedly getting a 6th-round pick that becomes a 4th round based on playing time. That is per ESPN. The move comes
now. As the return we got, I think the Bears overplayed their hand. And they should have moved them a little earlier. But at the same time, I think people knew that they was, the problem was, us as fans never knew what was going on because it's too many people on Twitter that's fake GMs, bro. Like, it's so many people reporting, rumor this, Justin Fields. Like, it was so many rumors, bro. Like, it's way too many fake GMs on Twitter and fake media people. Like, even people that consider real media that don't be knowing shit, bro. Like, it's too much, and it had everybody. Nobody know what was going on, bro. A lot of people thought he was really staying, which I don't know why. Then a lot of people thought he was really going to the Falcons, and then going to the Patriots. You know, and when the Steelers traded Kenny Pickett, I knew he was going to the Steelers. They didn't have a backup quarterback at that point. That was opening up a slot for him.
Caleb Williams, considered the favorite candidate.
But a 6th-round pick, every team knew we had to get rid of him, so they're not going to offer up a 2nd or a 3rd-round pick, knowing we got to get rid of him anyway. We got to take what we can get. And apparently they could have traded him to another team for a better pick, but they tried to, you know, they Paul said he gonna do right by Fields. He did that.
Ryan Wilson, Fields to the Steelers after Russell Wilson is going to Pittsburgh. What do you make of this move for the Bears' point of view and from the Steelers' point of view?
Well, in terms of the Bears, Russ, what they're going to do is it's quite clear. You touched on it. Caleb Williams is going to be the guy number 1. They pick again at number 9, and we'll see what happens there, whether it's offensive lineman, defensive edge rusher, or wide receiver.
Hey, talking to us Bears fans, what y'all think we doing at number 9? That's the real question. Number 1, Caleb, obviously. I think we might trade back from 9. Because we only got like 4 picks. If we trade back from 9 to a team that's like later in the 1st round, we still can get something decent at the end of that 1st round. Like, especially if we trade back to the end of the 1st round, or like like in the 20s, or like the teens, somewhere like that, I think we still can get like a receiver 3. We got Keon Allen now. I ain't did no video on all the acquisitions, you know, Bears that made for us Bears fans. I should have did a video on that, you know, but we got DeAndre Swift, you got Keon Allen on that offense. We need a receiver 3. I wouldn't mind if we don't get Napers. We're not gonna get Napers, Rome Odunze, Marvin Harrison. We're not gonna get none of them. But I wouldn't mind if we got Brian Thomas Jr., the other receiver from LSU. He's a burner. Downfield, we got Allen, big body receiver, possession guy who gonna move the chains. You got DJ Moore, kind of intermediate guy. He could take the top off as well. But then Brian Thomas Jr., he gonna really take the top off. That's gonna be crazy explosive offense. I think we trade back and get him later in the 1st round, and maybe pick up 2-3 extra picks by trading that 9th pick.
But for the
Y'all let me know what y'all think, though.
It's been a lot of moving and shaking over the last 48
I
hours.
feel like we got our offensive line decent now.
Traded.
We don't need no lineman.
Pittsburgh is that he wasn't excited.
Maybe a defensive line. We need an edge rusher.
With Russell Wilson, it goes back to week 17 of the regular season, where he opted not to dress after Mason Rudolph was named the starter and Kenny Pickett was returning from injury. And it sounds like it snowballed from there. The quarterback they drafted 2 years ago to be the franchise at number 20 overall is now in Philadelphia as a backup.
Kenny Pickett was never a good draft pick.
The Steelers aren't messing around. They moved on from Deontay Johnson, the wide receiver, as well. They traded him to Carolina, which needed some wide receiver help. In return, they got Dante Jackson, the cornerback, which fills a need on the roster in Pittsburgh after moving on from Patrick Peterson. And now you have Russell Wilson, who, according to reports, appears to be the starter. We'll see. We have yet to have the draft. And then Justin Fields, who has 1 year left on his rookie deal. They're going to be paying peanuts, a combined $4 million and change, it sounds like, for both quarterbacks, here's the crazy thing about the NFL, Russ. If you go back to when Justin Fields was drafted in the top 15 and when Russ Wilson signed that huge deal with Denver a few years ago, and if I came to you from the future and said, hey, man,
you look at these numbers, bro, they had a very similar season, real talk. I said Justin probably going to sit a year behind Russell, and I think they're going to end up, Mike Tomlin being the coach, that's probably end up going to happen. But it's a chance if Russell go out there on that bullshit, Justin can come in and start. I mean, he had 9 more touchdowns, Russell Wilson did. Justin averaged more rushing yards per game. He only averaged like 7-8 less passing yards. And his completion percentage was like 5% lower, which he can get up. It was a very similar season, though. There's more touchdowns,
the
really.
Russell Wilsons and the Justin Fields are going to be in the Steelers.
Russell.
You would ask me, what could have possibly happened to get us to this point? It turns out things didn't go well for Russ, and things didn't go great for Justin either. But they get fresh starts in Pittsburgh. A team that now has 2 exciting quarterbacks, potentially going in different directions in terms of their age, but it's certainly different than what was to start the season a year ago with, let's see here, Kenny Pickett, Mitchell Trubisky, and, of course, Mason Rudolph, all now on different teams than Pittsburgh.
You mentioned how relatively little the Steelers are going to pay for 2 starting quarterbacks. They're only responsible for the league minimum portion of Russell Wilson's deal, the rest of which is going to be picked up by his old team, the Denver Broncos. I can almost guarantee you that they're going to say it's a quarterback competition going into this. I would think that's what's going to come out of Pittsburgh. How realistic of a chance, though, do you think Justin Fields has to overtake Russell Wilson, considering that it's not like they're dumping money if Russ can't go at number one?
Yeah, it feels like it should be a wide-open competition. I only hesitate because Jerry Dulac, the longtime beat reporter out of Pittsburgh, sent out a tweet not too long ago saying that Russ is going to be the number one as we sit here. But again, it's the middle of March. A lot can change. No one thought that Mason Rudolph would finish the season last year for the Pittsburgh Steelers and not only finish the season but be the best quarterback on that roster. So given the way Russell played the last 2 years in Denver, and last year was a little better than the year before, Gronk's offense looks a lot different than it did a year ago. The defense should be fine. It all starts with TJ.
Yeah, man, I ain't really talking about nothing, but hey, man, Justin Fields finally gone. I'm just glad it's over with. Like I said, man, it had to happen. I mean, I hate that people didn't realize that this had to happen. Like it was never a chance he was staying. Like real talk, it was never a chance we was passing up on a number one pick 2 years in a row. I said that back in week 18. Like that's, I don't know, bro. Some of y'all is mind-boggling how unknowledgeable some people is about football, like that really thought Justin Fields was staying. I don't know, bro. It's crazy to think about. But it's over with now. Caleb gonna be the number one. He got the best. Caleb's coming into the best, one of the best situations as a rookie quarterback ever. I think Andrew Luck came into a really good situation with that Colts team when he first got there. Caleb Williams might have the best. We got DeAndre Swift at running back. You got DJ Moore and Keon Allen on both sides. We're going to get a receiver 3. You got Khalil Herbert, Roshan Johnson. You got 2 other running backs behind Swift. You got an elite defense. That defense is going to be really good again. We went 7-10 and got the number one pick. I'm feeling like prediction off rip. We should be like 11-6 playoff team. I think 3 teams from our division make the playoffs. It's gonna be a tough division for sure. But the Lions, Packers, and us all make the playoffs next year. I'm predicting already. This is early March or mid-March prediction record 11-6. I'll have another one before the season starts when we get to preseason and all that. But hey man, if y'all new, hit the sub button, leave a like on the video, leave y'all comments down in the comment section as well.